Redesigning Minecraft mobs, Part 5, the Iron Golem. This was probably the mob I was the most excited to redesign. Basically from the moment I had the idea for this video, I had a feeling about the Iron Golem. But I think redesigning it could be a bit tricky. The OG design is, as you would expect, square. But for this mob, the square look kind of makes sense. If you think about it, the Iron Golem is almost a primitive kind of automaton or robot. It is literally made of iron, so the association with mechanical movements and straight shapes is pretty automatic. But I decided to go the other direction. Instead of going for something mechanical looking, I tried to be as organic as a creature made of iron can be. If you think about the role of the Iron Golem, it is a protector, and its tall and large proportions show it. So I went with very big and rustic boulders to create its body instead of clean cut blocks of iron. It is still made of iron, but it's rough and unrefined. It doesn't exist to be pretty, clean or symmetrical. Its job is to be a wall of pure roughness. It is the first and most primal defense the villagers have. That's why it's so tough looking. It is basically made of raw metal ores, almost like it just came out of the side of a mountain and just started walking. It has very broad shoulders and super long and heavy arms that almost drag on the ground. It is very strong and tough, but it also spends all its time outdoors, surrounded by nature like the plants growing on it or the flowers that it loves to pick and give to the people he likes. It has a very contemplative and soft heart. Speaking of the plant growing on it, I made a very intentional choice of what plant I was going to choose. You see, to create an iron golem, the player must place a carved pumpkin on top of some iron blocks. So that's when I had the idea. Let's make the plants growing on it pumpkin plants. It would make sense considering how this golem is made. It's the kind of plant with vines that can wrap around anything and hold itself. And the pumpkin flowers are yellow, just like the little yellow dots on the vines of the OG design. It was just too good of an idea to not do. Going back to the iron, that was I think the most challenging part of this illustration. How to balance the rough and rustic look with something that still resembled iron. Not even the original one resembles iron, so I knew I had to add some shiny and reflectiveness to its surface. But how much, and where were the hard part? I made the general light of the illustration come from the top right angle, but I decided to put the metallic shine effect coming from basically everywhere. Maybe not the most coherent decision, and no real iron ore would look like this, but for what I was going for, I think it turned out great. I really like this drawing. I had high hopes and I was not disappointed. I don't even know what my favorite part of it is. I like it all. The size, the proportions, the asymmetry, the colors, the metallic effect, everything. I also love how tiny the puppy on its hand looks to show how huge it is. Check out more mobs that are redesigned in this video right here.